Texas, 1845. A land of vast skies and untamed wilderness. A place where dreams took root alongside towering pines and sprawling oak trees. The scent of possibility hung heavy in the air, drawing pioneers and outlaws alike to its untamed embrace. But beneath the surface of this burgeoning frontier, darkness stirred. In the shadows of the piney woods, a sinister secret took root, a secret that would forever stain the land with blood and terror. The newly annexed state pulsed with the energy of new beginnings. Settlers, lured by the promise of land and opportunity, braved treacherous journeys to stake their claim in this untamed territory. They came with hopes of prosperity, their wagons laden with dreams and the tools to build a new life. But the untamed wilderness held dangers as vast as its horizons. Among the hopeful settlers and seasoned frontiersmen, a shadow moved. He blended in seamlessly, his true nature hidden beneath an unassuming facade. He was a man of the land, his hands calloused, his face weathered by the relentless Texas sun. They called him Silas, a solitary figure who lived on the outskirts of a small settlement. His days spent tending to his orchard and the vast expanse of pine forest that lay beyond. But Silas harbored a chilling secret, a darkness that thrived in the solitude of the pines. He wasn't just a planter of trees, he was a planter of souls. His victims, travelers drawn in by his quiet demeanor and offers of assistance, met their end beneath the shade of the very trees he planted. Their final resting places were marked not by headstones, but by the silent, steady growth of oak, pine, and cedar. Word spread slowly through the small settlements and lonely homesteads scattered across the vast Texas landscape. Travelers vanished without a trace, their disappearances shrouded in the mystery of the untamed frontier. Whispers of a phantom rider began to circulate, a specter seen in the twilight hours near Silas's property. Some dismissed it as folklore, the ramblings of isolated souls grappling with the harsh realities of frontier life. But others, those who had lost loved ones along the desolate trails, felt a chill run down their spines when they heard the tales. They saw the freshly turned earth in Silas's orchard, the saplings planted with meticulous care, and wondered if their loved ones' fates were intertwined with the dark secret that lay buried beneath the soil. The legend of the tree planter began to take root, its tendrils of fear wrapping around the hearts of settlers, casting a long shadow over the once promising land. A lone oak tree stood sentinel at the edge of Silas's property. Its gnarled branches, twisted and ancient, seemed to reach out like skeletal fingers towards the dusty road. It was a landmark, a beacon in the vastness of the plains, and travelers often sought shelter beneath its sprawling canopy. But the oak held a dark secret, a silent witness to the horrors that unfolded beneath its boughs. For it was here, beneath the oak's watchful gaze, that Silas claimed many of his victims. Lured by the promise of shade and respite, they would dismount their horses, unaware of the danger that lurked in the shadows. Silas, with his disarming smile and gentle demeanor, would offer them water from his well, a kind word, a moment's rest. And then, when their guard was down, he would strike. Section 5. The Preacher's Daughter, a Town in Mourning. The disappearance of Eliza, the preacher's daughter, sent shockwaves through the small community. Eliza, with her bright smile and infectious laughter, was the heart and soul of their fledgling town. Her absence left a void that seemed to echo through the empty streets and dusty trails. Search parties were assembled, their lanterns cutting through the darkness as they scoured the countryside. Days turned into weeks, hope dwindling with each passing sunset. Suspicions arose, fingers pointed at drifters and loners, but no trace of Eliza was found. Her father, his heart shattered, clung to the belief that she was still alive, lost but not forgotten. Little did he know his daughter lay beneath the roots of a young pecan tree in Silas's orchard, her laughter silenced forever. Section 6. A glimmer of hope, a stranger arrives. A stranger rode into town on a chestnut mare, his arrival as sudden and unexpected as a summer storm. He was a tall, imposing figure, his face hidden beneath a wide-brimmed hat. His eyes, sharp and observant, seemed to miss nothing. He introduced himself as Jericho, a bounty hunter by trade, passing through on his way west. Jericho possessed an air of quiet confidence, a sense of purpose that drew attention. He listened intently as the townsfolk shared their fears and suspicions, their voices laced with desperation. He studied their faces etched with worry and grief, and something in their stories resonated with him. He couldn't explain it, but a primal instinct told him that something sinister was afoot. Section 7. Unearthing the Truth, a Gruesome Discovery. Intrigued by the stories, Jericho decided to investigate. Posing as a surveyor, he earned Silas's trust over cups of strong coffee. Jericho noticed a pattern in Silas's behavior, a shift in mood whenever certain trees were mentioned. One evening, Jericho decided to confront Silas. He found Silas tending to a young sapling, illuminated by a flickering lantern. The air hung heavy with tension. "I know what you're doing, Silas," Jericho said. Silas froze, his eyes widening in surprise. The lantern slipped from his grasp, plunging them into darkness. A struggle ensued, their grunts echoing through the orchard. When it was over, Silas lay dead at Jericho's feet. The discovery of the first body sent shockwaves through the community. Section 8. Justice Served. The Reckoning. News of Silas's crimes and the gruesome discovery in his orchard spread like wildfire through the settlements and homesteads. The once respected orchard keeper was now revealed to be a monster, a predator who had preyed on the innocent. The community, united in their grief and anger, demanded justice. A makeshift courtroom was assembled in the town square. A grand jury selected from among the settlers. The trial was swift and decisive. Witness after witness took the stand, their voices trembling as they recounted their encounters with Silas or shared the stories of loved ones lost. Physical evidence, unearthed from the orchard, painted a grim picture of Silas's crimes. The jury, their faces etched with a mixture of sorrow and disgust, returned with a unanimous guilty verdict. Silas's sentence was carried out at dawn, his body left hanging as a grim reminder of the darkness that had visited their community. Section 9. The Aftermath. Scars of the Past. The shadow of Silas's crimes lingered long after his death. The once thriving community, now forever marked by tragedy, struggled to heal. Trust, once freely given, became a rare commodity. The whispers of the tree planter continued to haunt their dreams, a constant reminder of the vulnerability of life on the untamed frontier. Families grieved for their lost loved ones, their pain etched into the fabric of the community. The orchard, once a symbol of growth and prosperity, was abandoned, the trees left to grow wild and untended. No one dared to touch the fruit, fearing the taste of blood and sorrow. The land itself seemed to bear the scars of Silas's crimes, the soil forever stained with the memory of those who had been silenced beneath its surface. Section 10. The legend endures whispers in the pines. Years turned into decades, the Texas frontier slowly giving way to civilization. Towns grew, railroads were built, and the stories of the tree planter faded into legend. But some things are not so easily forgotten. On moonless nights when the wind whistled through the pines, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves, the locals would whisper his name. Parents would share the tale of the tree planter with their children, a cautionary reminder of the darkness that could lurk beneath the surface of even the most ordinary-seeming individuals. Travelers passing through would feel a shiver run down their spines as they rode past the abandoned orchard, the gnarled branches of the lone oak tree seeming to reach out towards them like skeletal fingers. Section 11. Reflections on the Darkness, a Legacy of Fear. The story of the tree planter serves as a chilling reminder that darkness can take root anywhere. It is a tale of betrayal, of the fragility of life, and the enduring power of fear. The legacy of Silas, the tree planter, lives on in the whispers of the wind and the shadows that stretch across the land. It is a story that continues to fascinate and terrify, a stark reminder that the past is never truly buried.